Very interesting area to reflect on under quality service management. Identifying customers, and try to reflect on earlier discussions. I would not like to repeat the things which maybe I have said a couple of times earlier. So, but think about identifying customers. When you are trying to identify customers, what are you looking at? Looking at their demographic information, their needs, their mindset, how they think about your product, maybe if you want to take the conversation a little bit further, how they associate with your product also. That is also part of identifying customers, because if a customer is identifying with your product or service more closely, or if I can say more on a more emotionally, or that type of relationship is there, then it is different type of identification. So you would like to think in your own time why it is important for a business to identify customers properly, and what can be some of the opportunities which are lost if you are unable to identify your customers properly. On every touch point, as I'm trying to reflect on our earlier discussions, a customer, let's take an example, a customer walks in your grocery store. You have a grocery store, they come in your, they are in your grocery store. They are there because they want to buy some things, and they will buy those things, and even if you don't do something, they will go to the lanes wherever those products are, and they will pick those products, and they will go to the counter and check out. That is, they will do that anyways. You have already done the things to bring them or incite them to come to your grocery shop. But it's about service management. So how you are going to serve them, do how maybe you want to use facial recognition, that you have cameras in your grocery shop, and you identify the customer, and the customer maybe came last week and they asked for a particular type of sauce, and that sauce was not there, and now you know as manager that that sauce is in stock now. So why don't someone walk to the customer and greet them and welcome them and tell them that, okay, you came for some sauce last week, we know that from the record, and why don't you get it now, because we have it here, and not just that flavor, we have brought multiple other flavors also, because we were thinking maybe you like that product, so we are going to offer that to you. So, but you would see that that does not happen. Why that does not happen? What is the problem? Why they are not, why the shops are happy with the way they are serving? Why they are not taking it further? Do what do you think? How the customer is going to react on this type of interaction? So different type of customers can react differently. No matter how good the proposition is, there is always going to be some dark side to it. So this is a good proposition, that the customer will get what they want, and the grocery shop identified the customer and all of that. The positive is quite clear, but there can be some negative also, because the customer might not be like, they might be curious, how did they know that I came here before, and how they are watching me or monitoring me and all of that. So those things, so you have to do it in a smart way. I just casually said what came to my mind, but you have to now, this you can think about this as a draft idea. So now, of course, you need to look at the market and the type of people, or maybe you would have the information in your database that this customer, how this customer would like to be engaged or something. Maybe you want to bring that sauce to the counter yourself, and when you don't want to talk with the customer at all, and you have placed that sauce very strategically at the where the customer is going to see it themselves. As they are checking out, they will see it, and you don't have to talk to them or anything, or let them know that you identified the customer. Without doing that, the customer is going to look at the product, and maybe get it. And if they don't get it, that's okay too. That's not a problem. But think about this. It's very interesting idea. You will not find this idea in the book chapter, but you, you can find these type of ideas if you reflect on the things which are said in the book, or the things you mentioned in your discussions, or the pointers you exchange with me through here or through emails and stuff like that. And then you can now think about this. I've given you a starter, but you can you can think as much or as deeply as you would want to do it. And this is interesting quote. It was not raining when Noah built the ark, prophet Noah. And yes, this is very interesting, and how it links with the customers, that maybe authors are trying to say, and my interpretation is as good as anyone's else. Uh, you can think the way you want. I am thinking that identifying customer is not something which can be done very quickly or easily, although you can capture the data like demographics, gender, age, and put them in some like 25 to 30 group and 30 to 35 group or whatever, or coming from different socioeconomic classes, the way you want to do the demographics, that is up to you. But that would be very simplistic, very simple uh, way to look at it. It is not like that, the way I am understanding it. You have to go really deep, because people can have similar demographics, but then they might require or need different type of service from the company. uh, um, so please think about it. Um, it it takes a lot of time and energy to really identify customer, because identifying customer would require you to really dig deep and understand that why a customer need something, whatever they need, why they need it. They need it, yes, and that is why they are asking for it, but how they are going to consume it. It could be same thing, but different people are consuming it very differently. For example, uh, children buy toys. Different children buy same toy. Like for example, they buy a toy which you need to assemble yourself, and they give you a picture that, okay, if you follow this picture, you can make this thing. It can be a car, it can be a house, it can be whatever, it can be some cartoon or some uh, anything. It can be anything. So you build the blocks and you make the thing. So there could be one child who buys that same toy, and he looks at the things what he can draw based on the instructions given, and pick one of them. Like for example, pick a house, and build that house, and he's enjoying building the house, looking at the picture, enjoying it. And people who are looking, they are also looking at it, and they are saying, very good, very good, all right, that's nice. And he completes building the house, and he's happy about it, everyone is happy about it. That is one child. There can be another child who is buying the same toy, and those he looks at those pages with what he can draw, and he just dash them away, and he say, what is this? I don't want to make those things. He starts making something else. Maybe he starts making a car, joining the blocks, and starts making the car. And he's maybe not making a good car, but he's happy with that experience. He's saying, yes, I'm creative, I'm innovative, I'm making something else. Maybe his parents are also, guardians are also happy about it, that yes, very good, you are not, anyone could follow the steps and could make the things like the first child, uh, and just follow the steps and do it. But he's using his own thinking, what he wants to make. Maybe he makes something which no one else understand what he's making, but that is his art. This is his. That is so. Is the same thing, same toy, but two customers. are using it very differently. They can be in the same age group. They can be brothers or sisters, or they can be siblings or whatever. Could be doing it together, two friends. But everything can be same for them. But at the end of the day, nothing is same, because and that is the beauty of the world. Everyone is different. Everyone is same, and all of us are equal. But we are not equal, and we are not same, if you think about it. Yeah. So very interesting, very interesting things to reflect on. Then what happens is that for to make things simple, companies put peoples in some demographic easy to understand, like age group, and these male, female, female like pink, male like blue, this type of thing, which is not true. So you're going to find females who hate pink, and you are going to find males who going to say pink is their favorite color. It if not favorite, they would be okay to wear pink and that type of thing, and nothing is wrong in that. So why these things came in the beginning? Why there are girls who would like to play with toys which are, if you stereotype them, they are not girls toys. They are toys of boys, but they like them. Not everyone, yes, but if you think about it, it's very difficult to really identify customers. And I was trying to say that for easiness, companies put them into different blocks and then make the pitch on them. Like the same, you are customer of Scotia Bank, I am customer of Scotia Bank. We have same type of money in our accounts. They will give you the same pitch which they have given to me. Generally speaking, this is what happens, especially if we are not high value customers, like we are in the medium range. So it would be hard for them to study every customer and what they are thinking about. And maybe they might give the offering for getting a home or house to both of us, when maybe I am maybe thinking of doing some courses overseas and I want money for that, and you might not want money for house, you might want it for something else. So, but it is difficult to identify customers really, and that is why they make blocks, generalized blocks. Okay, this category, we push it this way, and then from there they see what is happening. But we are looking at quality service management. That is why I said all of these things. Otherwise, what they are doing is fine also. They are making business. But quality service management is the example which I gave you earlier, like customer comes in, facial recognition, you have in the database, you have the information, all of that, and all of this is happening in seconds as the customer is walking in. Um, all the interactions of the past comes up on the database. Maybe this is the seventh trip of the customer, and all the information is there. What happened on first, what happened on second, what happened to third, what were the things which were bought in first, second, third, fourth, fifth uh, uh, visit. All that information comes on the database, because you need to put that in. If you can't do quality service management just by putting things in your mind. Yes, for a couple of customers, yes, but if you want to build a quality service management program in your organization, then every touch point from the customer, you need to put that data somewhere and then use it to your advantage. uh, and then you want to see which customers are buying what. And if, for example, they are, you would find a trend what people are buying. Just look at your grocery list from last 10 trips, and you give it to any friend, and they will be able to tell you what you like and what type of consumption you make. Like, is more healthy type of things, you are buying more fruits and natural products and those type of things, or you are buying more chips and snacks and sodas, and what are you doing, and chocolates, or you are buying it gives you the, just not even 10, I just said 10 lists, grocery list, just to be on safe side. But even before that, second, third, fourth trip, would be what are you buying, in what quantity you are buying, all of that. So all of that is identifying customers. Yes. So with that background, you need to spend time and go line by line in the chapter. As I've mentioned earlier, that I'm just highlighting couple of points from the book, which maybe I thought I should, but you need to read line by line and reflect on these things. The essence of managing customer relationship is treating different customers differently. Treating different customers differently. When you are treating people differently, it does not mean that you are being rude to someone, or people who are not good customers, or you have not put them in a high worth or high value clients. You are mistreating them or something like that. It is not that. It is just that their needs are different, their requirements are different. Just like I gave you the example of toy, a child, his needs are different. uh, his needs are different. uh, and if you, for example, taking forward that example of a child um, who is buying toy, a child who is creative and he is going to uh, make his own shapes, and he has that artistic mind where he does not follow instructions. If you as a company, toy company, know or find out, you will, now it is a different identification of customer. You are going to make different type of toys for that customer, because he's not someone who is following instructions in that way, in making toys. On the other hand, a child who is going to make follow the instruction, and that is the gratification, he gets gratification from that experience. You can make different type of toys, and then within that, now you can go deep and analyze this thing further. Yeah, very interesting thing to reflect on. So differently, you must, I don't know if I should say you must, but you have to do something with how you treat different clients, different customers. It has to be some type of personalization. Even like companies are doing it for high value clients. Like if you have a bank account and you have a lot of money, of course they are going to give you separate page, and it would be different. But I'm just thinking out loud that even someone who is not high value client, they are still your clients, and they are doing some form of business. As long as you are making some type of decent profit from that client, maybe not too much, but a decent profit of decent profit you are making, you should you should you should try to understand what are the requirements and fulfill them, and give them some type of personalized touch which they will not get. If I can continue with the grocery example, they will not get if they go to some other grocery shop. So for example, I go to Hilo to buy to buy uh, to buy fruits, for example. So sometimes in the mornings, when I am thinking more about being healthful and not thinking about Pepsi, then I sometimes stop at Hilo and I just buy some fruits. But, and that is what I do. I don't go otherwise. I don't go for groceries and stuff like that anyways. Someone else do those things. I just buy fruit sometimes. And that would be like 2 3 times in a week, maybe, roughly speaking. And it is a pattern, similar type of um, fruits, sometimes varying it, sometimes not. Uh, so how the company can uh, serve me better in that, when they know that this is the client he is going to, and those fruits are expensive, like they are berries. uh, One small pocket of berry, which is very small, that is like 2,500 2,000 Jamaican dollars. It's quite expensive if you think about it, because it is imported and stuff like that. But what is their customer service? I don't want to say too many bad things because I'm recording myself also. But even then, the customer, although high low, I think they are linked with Grace Kennedy or something like that. The service needs a lot to be desired, if I may say the least. I can give you one example. For example, I think they have some loyalty program or something like that. We were talking about loyalty programs in one of the earlier sessions, um, and they have some percentage off or something on Thursdays. And I was not aware of that in the early days, and I was. Uh, but by then also I had done considerable amount of shopping with them. Uh, so the customer, because the customer person is not keeping any track or something like that, or they don't have technologies like facial recognition and all of those, and don't think that because this thing is not in Jamaica, other market stores are not doing it. Just run a Google search and you would learn that this facial recognition and all these things I I spoke you about, this is not my own idea. This is there in the business for many years now, not just 1 2 years, many years in different industries. But anyways, I am on the service. I'm on the checkout, and the person casually asked that, do you need a card? And that the way the person asked, it was a casual way. uh, Although if you would have looked at the price of the fruit bought on just that one encounter, that was around 7,000 to 8,000 Jamaican dollars. Yes, a small portion of it was not too big, but certain fruits are expensive. Yes, so I am checking out, and the customer rep casually asked that, do you have a card or not? Now I did not know that if I get that card on that specific day, I think it was Thursday or something like that. Uh, so they had some like 20% off or something like that. They had some promotion. I don't know what was going on there. I found at that time, I found all these things later. So I said no. Yes, because I did not know what I would get. So based on that, I said no, and I check out. And as I check out and I give the cash to the customer rep, and I'm collecting my things, and she's doing the lodgement and everything. I've not collected the change yet, but she has lodged me in and everything. And so, just for my knowledge, uh, because I like to ask, I asked her that what is the benefit of this? And so then she tells me that if you would have bought, you would have gotten uh, this much this much percentage off from what you bought. So that kind of, like, that was kind of, so I was in my mind, I said, you did not pitch the line that way in the beginning. So I said, can we do it now? And she said that no, because we have lodged it in the system. Now I know, and anyone who has some experience in working with the grocery stores and everything, making that change is no big deal. It is just the person with the code is going to come and make the change, and you will be able to give that benefit to that customer. It's just a couple of seconds here and there. Yeah. But if you look at all of this proposition, you would say, and I agree, that she did not do anything wrong. She did not do anything wrong. I'm not blaming her or anything like that. Not at all. She did what the she did. She went through the book. Like the book says that the protocol is that you ask the customer if they want a card or not. If they say yes, you make the card. If they say no, move on. Yes, that is what the, but on that specific day, what I am saying, just that information, if she would have given that in that line, that okay, we have a card, if you get that, going to give you 20% off what you bought. What do you think about this? She never did that. Yeah. And all that transaction was happening very casually, and I'm sure she understands, the rep understand the value of 7,000, 6,000, 8,000 at all, based on the fact that I know what type of salaries the people who stand on the teller they get for a month. Yeah. And she did not do that, and even when I asked, she did not do it. And of course that kind of, uh, I did not like that idea. Although I did not say anything, I could have called the manager and spoken with the manager, and of course they would have done something for me. There is no way they would not have. Or first I could have returned the products. I would have said, I'm changing my mind, I don't want to buy these things now. But I did not do those things. I said, all right, no problem, I'm gonna let it be it like this, so it sticks in my mind, and all of those things. So what I'm trying to say, customer rep did the things which are by the book. She did not have to tell me those things, but think about it. If she would have told me, how I would have talked about Hilo, which is one of the good brands in Jamaica, without doubt. It is managed, I think, I'm don't quote me, I think it is Grace Kennedy. And if that is correct, it is one of the top companies. But look at the customer, how they are dealing with the customer there. Will I uh, and it is not about discount or money to be per se for me. It is the pitch which the person made, which made me feel bad, that you if you are going to pitch it like that, you should have not told me that you have a card. I was paying cash. I'm not asking for any discount or anything. I'm there. You pitch me a card, and I ask you later, what is the benefit in that? And then you disclose to me that you would have you have gotten this type of discount or something. Then don't disclose at least. So, but she was again doing the right thing per se, that if the customer asks, tell the person. But then again, I'm not trying to belittle anyone, because most of you guys know me and know my style, and you have seen me face to face. That is why I'm comfortable with you guys talking about these things. And don't take me wrong in all of this. I'm not someone who is like insulting anyone or anything, not at all. But maybe I'm giving benefit of doubt to the teller. Maybe their the way they were thinking, this is the most they could think, and they did not think it that way, or they don't have the knowledge, or all of those things. But then who is at fault? Is it the fault of that teller? Not at all. It is not the fault of the teller. Who are the people who are training these tellers? Who are those people? Who is the manager? Why they are not checking these type of things? What is happening there? So, and there would be customer, there would be some place where I could lodge this thing and all those things. But even if I tell them and whatever, that experience which I had, and what I felt coming out of that grocery, how I went in, my enthusiasm of buying fruits, and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to enjoy them. And as I'm coming out, it's like, I'm not thinking about fruits at all. Like, it's like it is it is just the oh, it just changed everything. And why? It is the customer it is the customer service. It is the, and not blaming anyone, I'm just sharing like one example here. Okay, Kian is saying he had a similar experience. The difference is that they ask if you, the difference is that they ask if you have a card. That's similar type of thing. So it is good to know that, well, not good, but it is maybe, you guys also have experienced it every now and then, so you can relate with my experience, and you can put yourself, because it was not necessity. The items bought were not necessity. Necessities are like sugar and wheat, and those type of things. Are anything outside of that are not necessities, especially fruit of that sort. So you, as a company, if someone is getting those type of product, and they are taking those products on the shelf, cameras are now in all over, so someone should be looking at that okay, this client is picking up these products, these are the products this client is picking, where it is going, how are we going to serve him better, what we can do. He's here already, yes, so he likes us. How we can make him more likable, how we can increase the business. He's just coming 3 days. What we can do to bring him for fourth day or fifth day? What are the things we can do? What type of, why can't we ask him that, do you want us to deliver this, if you are going to buy this much, like every day, we can deliver it to you. It's just a how much business you can increase. That is what I'm trying to say. But companies are not doing it, and I'm not saying that everyone should do these things, because every client customer is different. There are good amount of personality in clients who don't want that type of service. They would not like if someone is coming to them and so on. But for that, I told you another technique, that you can keep the things in the proximity or something like that. uh, uh, like what I'm saying, if you are a manager of a supermarket, you have, it is a very big responsibility you have taken. Very big responsibility. Very big responsibility. Your eyes and ears have to be open. Open is a small word, and my vocabulary is not very good, as you guys know. So find some other word. The eyes and ears and everything should be like more than open. If that is not, then you are not doing a good job as a manager. And what happens is that these things, like, yes, we will still go to, those of you who already go to high low, they they are not, yes, observant, yes, very good, thanks Lewis. Observant is a nice word to there. Observation should be extremely good, because they are looking from a distance. The office is sometimes upstairs, and there is a, if you look carefully, you would see that in some stores they have like a glass window. The manager is generally sitting in the in the grocery stores. All these grocery stores have a manager who is responsible for everything, whatever is happening in the thing. So yeah, from a distance, just by the body language of a customer, should be able to predict, like analyze what is happening. Like if someone was watching from a distance, look at it and comment what happened, what did the, when the interaction happened, what was the customer saying as he was walking out, what was happening. But of course, that is in a discussion it is easy, but because the floor is very busy and the job of the manager is very too much, there could be other mechanisms placed, and some places do have some mechanisms in place. But what I'm trying to say is that as a customer walks in to whatever you are doing, I gave example of grocery store, you can think of whatever, you need to be, as Lewis is explaining, extremely observant what is happening. The customer is already here, and the customer will get what he or she was looking for. But that sale is already done. You want to increase the sales, or it's not about sales, just you want to build a relationship, a lifelong relationship, that this customer now always comes to you and say good things about your customer. How you brought a customer in your grocery store with a good vibe and happy and doing business with you, and as the person walks out he is unhappy because of just your what your customer rep, how they framed the line. They are unhappy, came happy, you send them unhappy. What is that? If an unhappy customer comes, you need to make them happy and send them out. Listen to their complaint, empathize, but you did other thing. You brought a happy customer in and he's going out and he's now this. Yeah. So this, it's it would, all of this would require a very good investment in uh, CRM tools, like technology, where you are incorporating the information. But then again, not everyone would want to share their information. So for those techniques, to get the emails, for example, or telephone number of the customer, the companies would give these type of loyalty programs and so on, so forth and stuff like that. But the way they are engaging with them, it just need to, you know, uh, do something about it. And because the location of that high low is very good, they have customers and customers and customers, and they are doing business, good business, and they would say, all right, we are good, we are good. And you might see me tomorrow Sunday, or sometime you might, me and you might just bump into Hilo, and you would say, Tashfeen, you are saying this thing about Hilo, how come you are here? I might be there also, but that that does not mean that I am a satisfied customer of a company. Yeah, reflect on that. A person might be doing service from the same company again for product or whatever, taking service, but are they really happy or something like that? We don't know that. That is something which is, they might be there, like we were discussing in earlier session, like loyalty. What is the loyalty? Is it a habitual loyalty, it's a habit, or is it need based, or it is emotional loyalty, where you are emotionally connected with the company, and so on. Yeah. uh, but let me not um, 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 I'm trying to remember. Please help me with this. In Ligny Lane, where Ligny Lane is, nearby, next door to Sovereign, uh, there is a high-low, right? Now, which supermarket was there before? Was it always high-low, or there? I think there used to be a different supermarket before high-low in Ligny Lane, near to Sovereign. What was the name of that? If anyone can help me with that, please. I am just thinking that maybe a couple of years ago, was it Super Plus? I don't know, but I'm just trying to think that in Ligny Lane, near to Sovereign, next door to Sovereign, where Ligny Lane Pharmacy is, and where Juicy Patties, in that area, now they have high-low. Couple of years ago, was it high-low or no? Because I'm thinking it there used to be so some other uh, grocery place, but I'm forgetting now. So, and I'm not sure if it was Super Plus. But was it correct that Hilo was not always there? It was some other supermarket or grocery store, or it was always Hilo, like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. If anyone knows. Okay, no problem. I think no one knows. No one customer from another. Identifying individual customers is not an easy process. Yeah, so I have expanded on that, given you a couple of example, toy example I have given you. Okay, good. This is interesting. Westpac, New Zealand. Bank is using Bluetooth beacon connections and biometrics such as fingerprints along with traditional account numbers, ATM cards, and caller ID to identify customers in a way that delivers the most complete real-time picture of customer interaction with the bank. Please pay attention to most complete real-time picture, and that is what I was trying to refer in the examples of grocery. Your customer is there, you want to have some type of real-time information on what is happening. Of course, now we can debate that it would be costly. A company would have to spend money on that and all of that. Yes, that is fine, but a satisfied customer, what is the price? What is the price? What price equivalent to a satisfied customer? What price equals what price is worth spending on satisfying a customer? A satisfied customer, and then repeating that satisfaction over a period of time, what is the impact on your revenue of that. Yeah, yeah. All banking products used by the customer such as mortgages, retirement, checking account, investments, etc., are tracked in one customer profile. Just like that, in the grocery store, all of your purchases, what you bought online, what you went there day by day, everything is there and it is built in a customer profile. Yeah, this capability is available at more and more financial service institutions. The goal for Westpac goes a step further. They want employees to use that data to anticipate individual customer need. Anticipate is the word. The customer is there, they are going to buy what they are going to buy. You won't be able to stop them from buying what they were there to buy, unless it is expired products or some other problem, or it is not placed rightly and they cannot find it, or you cannot find it, or whatever. But they are there to buy something, so they will buy that. But you, as a customer rep, you want to anticipate based on looking at the profile or your interaction, that what else I can sell to the customer. Yeah. But generally it is not happening. If it is happening, it might be happening a little bit in like clothing stores or something like that, maybe. But then again, the style of that interaction from the customer service maybe needs a little bit adjustment. The people who wants to help in their head and they want to help you, they will start coming again and again and again and again and again after every 20 seconds. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? In restaurants, those who are asking, they are asking too much. Those who are not asking, they will never come. You sitting there for half an hour, no one is coming. Yeah. So these things are, there is a lot of room. The reason for a lot of room for improvement. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying in any way that everywhere it is like that and customer service is not good and whatever. It's not like that. uh, I have had exceptional customer service and whatever from people here working customer service, and they are very good. There are very good people also, very good in all different type of industries, uh, like clothing shops, grocery places, um, even the places where to get gas and those type of places, and everywhere there are good customer reps also, very good. But they are in a less number. Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. The number can increase. Digital, you might want to read this, maybe how one retail bank is using digital tools and real-time data uh, But of course, it is not very simple idea just to make a database and use technology, and someone is looking at it and they are anticipating the needs and so on. Uh, a lot of thinking needs to go in this. Cultural preferences, you can't discount that. Every culture is different also. Uh, that where the shop is located, what type of customers it is generating, uh, customers, what type of customers coming to the shop, that also pays. Um, a lot of attention needs to be paid on that also. But you got the main idea I was trying to give. More recently, car makers have created smartphone apps that allow customers to digitally access their owner's manual, dealership service option, and appointment reminders, and control remotely certain aspects of their car in exchange for their contact information, car make and model, and permission to collect data from their device. If you allow this to the company, they are going to give you a couple of incentives. Just like the loyalty cards at places like Hilo have, they are giving you some type of card or something in exchange of information. You are giving them some information, and then they can maybe pitch their deals or whatever to you. They would have, or they can sell that data to other companies. Hilo is collecting the data, and then they sell that data to anyone they want to, at a very high price. At a very high price, they can sell it to Mega Mart. What is the problem in that? They can sell at a good price, very good price. Yeah, but just data alone is not the thing. How you deal with the data, what type of people are working with that. uh, I don't think I will be able to forget that line which one of our friends said in one of the discussions, that it's just maybe that person did not want to be there. It's just a beautiful line, very beautiful line. Maybe just the person who said that. Can you remind me who was the person who said that? That maybe the okay, Lewis. Okay, very good. Thanks for that. I really liked it, because any problem you get in quality service management, that is the answer. Maybe the person did not want to be there, because if the person want to be there, they're going to find out a way to help you out. It's definitely, maybe they want to be there, but in that time they were somewhere else. What a beautiful line. Simple and hard lessons for CRM experience, 6 mistakes to avoid. I enjoyed reading it. uh, you can run Google search. You don't necessarily specifically have to read this same thing. You just want to find out uh, find out what are different type of mistakes which can be uh, avoided, or what are the common mistakes, not just in CRM, in anything. It is good to know what type of mistakes companies are making and how to avoid them. Some interesting examples are given. You can go through them in your own time. It is not always so easy to figure out how to treat different customers differently, and I think I have made that point with the earlier discussion. If still it is not clear, read this section. They have some examples. In May 2009, Tesco's Club Card loyalty program boasted 16 million active card holders in the UK, and its members purchases accounted for about 80% of all Tesco's in-store transaction at the relaunch. And I think in the last session I mentioned you that I have done business with Tesco when I was in UK for my studies, and I found them exceptionally good, very good. That is also a grocery store, just like we have grocery stores here. What a beautiful, uh, how they were like, at least my experience. I can't speak for everyone. Of course, there might be people who did not had good experience with Tesco. Just like it is very possible that someone is sitting in the session and they love hilo and they have never had any bad experience, and they are saying, well, that is the best place I can think of in Jamaica. That is fine. That is fine. It is possible. It is possible. Very possible. I can have good experience from a place and you can have very bad experience from that place. That is possible. So from that lens, I'm saying Tesco UK, very good experience I had, and this does not surprise me at all that they because they really like they show. We don't know if anyone cared for us or not. It is just from their actions we can we can think that if they care or not. You 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 cannot know for certain. You can never know for certain that if I care for you or not. You cannot know for certain, because only I know if I care or not, or how much I care. It is only I know. But from my actions, you might you might think that, okay, this guy cares this much for us or for me. But then that is just uh, it is not necessary that what you are thinking is going to be correct or not. uh, maybe I don't care, but it is just my style, and you just think that, okay, I care. Or maybe I do care, but based on certain things I say, you say, oh, this person don't care for us. He's going to give us 40 MCQs in 40 minutes. That is how he is not caring. That is, what type of care is that? Yes. So it is the how you think about it. It is up to you. Like, so the reality and perception, that you would want to also think about. But so from that lens, I am saying that I don't know what Tesco is rare in the real sense, but I always felt that they would they would do uh, uh, something for me if I ask them. Like, I asked them and they were like in that helping kind of attitude. Even the people who would drop the things um, for me, um, they were also quite helpful. Uh, Again, by helpful I mean they were doing the basic things like being on time, don't break the eggs or something like that. If there is any problem, they replace it or something. These are basic standard things. But what has happened that these, even if some service providers start doing the basic things, we start thinking, well, this is state of the art experience we are having. Although everyone should maybe give that type of service anyways. But because sometimes businesses take it casually, because they are doing business, because they are big brand, because they are comfortable, and they just, and then a new competition comes in the market, and before they know, customers are gone there. And if that new place gives them a good customer service, then customer is maybe not going to return. Not going to return. That is why monopolies are bad. Not just because the price of the for the consumer increases in a monopoly. It is also that sometimes quality service goes missing because the it's a monopoly. Yeah. Based on its individual customer data, Tesco could send a club card member a personalized letter with coupons aimed squarely at that particular customer's own shopping needs. This is the example of Tesco, and all the things I said about, buying fruits, and they could do this or that. It's coming from the experience I had, and it's years ago now. It is like it's many years now, uh, when I was there. So even at that time they were doing this thing. So uh, I am sure that that company was very easily able to do the transition in when the COVID came. It's no problem for the company because they were already doing online things, and they were already into all of these things. So coupons aimed squarely at the particular customer ownership. And any business, if any business who do these basic things, and he's a manager or assistant manager in one of the grocery stores. Don't you think that within a short period of time the sales are going to increase? Don't you think the reputation of the company is going to increase? It's like, it's a no-brainer. It is going to happen, but they are not doing it. You know? It's just, it is kind of sad. But then, of course, anything I said, I am not in the in like I don't, I'm not thinking that all these things which I said, the managers at high-low don't know. I am not saying that. I'm not saying that I know these things and high-low manager don't know these things. No, they know. Definitely. They know more than this. They know. They know everything. It's not that they don't know. They know, but and they can put a better customer rep there, and they can do the training, and then they can do the personalized experience they can give to the customer, and the parent company has the funds to do all of those things, but they are not doing it because it is about making profit at the end of the day. So they can spend money on all of these things, and then they are not thinking about customer satisfaction in that way. They are just thinking customer satisfaction in the way that the customer comes for a product, we should have that product. It should not be the case that customer comes to us and the product is not there. As much as possible, we are going to ensure that the product is there. As long as it happens, we are good, because customer comes, they get what they want. They do not go to buy that thing to other place, because if they went to the other place, then anything can happen to buy that product. That is why the essential items, the company, any supermarket you can look at, even the bad ones, they are going to ensure that they have the essential items most of the times. Because if you go to the shop and you ask for bread and they don't have bread, now it is maybe essential item for you because of your breakfast needs, or eggs or something like that maybe. Or you can think about any other thing, sugar or something. If you go to high low and they don't have bread, and it is essential item for you, you get everything but you don't have bread. So what you are going to do, you are going to stop somewhere else to get bread, because it is essential item for you and many other people. So you go to Mega Mart, you go there to buy bread, and the way now you are gone to someone else. Although you just went for bread, but you are gone to someone else. Now that someone else looks at, they have facial recognition, they looks at you, they find that, okay, this customer, the last time they came is like 6 months ago. And at that time also they came for bread. Okay, they come bread. So they go somewhere else. And when they don't get bread, they come to us. It's on the system, it comes just like that. Just like that. It is not a fantasy movie scene or something like that. These companies are doing that in international market. They are doing it. So, and you can run the search and, uh, learn more about the many other techniques which they use. So now the way they treat you, the way what they do, how you are there, anything can happen. So that is why the technique is generally that essential items, keep them, and see what is happening, and don't be very clearly rude to the customers. Of course, should not be very clear, like you do what is like a normal behavior as much as possible, and good to go, good to go. uh, Tesco magazines were printed and distributed in literally hundreds of thousands of combinations, and this is where it's very interesting. You should please read this line by line. You are going to learn a lot of things, you know, many things, especially if you are not in that grocery, not you have not, even if you have worked in grocery sector, and you have not read about these things, first time you are reading, it will be very interesting information is there. Look at this. Magazines printed, you know, those small magazine with, you know, just like some companies here also make small pamphlet type of magazine, like Courts, I think they do some type of small magazines which come in sometimes with the newspaper, like we have this furniture and we have this and that, that type of magazine with the products. And they were printed literally hundreds of thousands of combination. So the magazine which Kim is getting from Tesco is different from what Christopher is getting, and different from what Christina is getting, and different from what Melissa is getting, and different from what Kian is getting, and different from what Wendy is getting, and different from what I am getting. Everyone is, if we are different type of customers, everyone is getting different type of combinations of magazines from the same company. Yeah, how interesting it is. Of course, it a lot of effort goes behind the scene, but look at the impact. Years gone now, and how I am praising Tech Tesco based on my own experience. Yeah, very exciting things happen. I remember I would like, it was very interesting to go and shop there. They really, like, they are observant, they are looking at you, they give you good feedback, like in buying the product. You ask them one question, they allocate someone who walks with you to the in the aisles, and, like, you know, really, they really take the uh, they put the effort, generally speaking. Of course not always, of course not always. Sometimes it is very, you know, a lot of people were there and they were not, like, you know, but of course I don't expect always also. I'm not saying every time I come to the grocery store you just treat me like, come to me and, like, matter whole chapter, but uh, like the Starbucks example and so on is interesting. You would car rental examples. Make the program the basics of an incentive to partner with a customer for her own benefit, to learn more about what she needs and wants. What she needs and wants, not what you have to offer. What she needs, he or she. Use that information to do things for her that no one else who does not have that information can do. So you have the information, do something with that which no one else can do if they don't have the information. That can create the customer experience, that creates customer loyalty, real customer loyalty, emotional customer loyalty. Not because high-low is on your way and it is more time consuming for you to go elsewhere. Not because of that. You want to go there because you want to go there, because you know that the customer rep is there who is going to make decisions based on your benefit. It would not be like the case which I told you. And I would have definitely spoken with the with the manager and everything. It was that it was early morning, and that it it would have upsetted me for a time, and I did not want to waste my energy early in the morning on that affair. I said, all right, you do what you want to do. I'm your customer, I can decide next time where I want to go. There are many other places where I can do take my business. And you might say it is just one person, one customer goes, no problem. Some businesses think like that, and yes, one customer, no problem. But this is how you lose customers. This is exactly how you lose relationships. It takes forever to build relationships, and just one thing and boom, one thing and boom, the relationship kind of Although it should not be like that. You should look at the whole thing in totality. Just one just one bad experience with high-low should not make you think that every time it will be like that. That is also wrong strategy. So this, if this happened one time, no problem, you go there again, no problem, maybe it was glitch. You speak with someone, you explain them this is what happened, see how they react, and then you continue going that, then see is that happens again or not. Because technically speaking, technically to the book, if you speak from the book, technically speaking, the customer rep did not do anything wrong in terms of service management. She did everything right, like he was going through the protocol, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Yeah, she did not do anything wrong. Okay, read, many interesting examples are there. I'm just going to share the ones which maybe are not kind of repetitive or something. For example, this one, Amazon.com has done in 2001 is invent and implement a model for interacting with millions of customers one at a time in 2001. And you know where Amazon is right now. Online companies cannot do that. I like Nordstrom, Starbucks, Shell, but they have to reach out to me with mass advertising and marketing, mass marketing campaigns. I gave you example of that also a while ago. Amazon's technology gives me exactly what I want in an extraordinary responsive way. And that is the secret of Amazon's success. One of the secrets. Underlying technology, in fact, is revolutionizing the way companies do business on the web. But technology, as unless the technology is not incorporated in a big way, unless the data is not captured on all touch points as the customer walks in your shop, a grocery store, or whatever it is, your shop, your mall, whatever it is, and then someone is recording it, and then that information is available every time that customer wants to interact with you. Maybe they don't come in, maybe they call you. As they call you, you take the name or you take whatever, you identify who the customer is, and you put that information in your system. The system opens up and it tells you all the previous transactions. So you can, as a customer rep, you can better serve your client. Yeah, that is how it should be. Like the system should be linked, connected across different platforms, not just face to face. If a, if the customer write email, or a customer make a posting on social media, or a customer send you a text or calls or come in person, whatever is the medium, it's connection. Yeah. So investment of technology in technology, and then ability to operate it, and those things are key to give this type of good quality customer service. The computer has brought about three awesome powers: the power to record, the power to find, and the power to compare. Record, find, compare. Yeah. Just, we have been talking about grocery stores, so let me continue with that. Compare, for example, and people are doing online uh, business, ordering groceries online, and yeah. So why don't high-low create this thing that, let's say I am putting an order online, and online I'm saying, okay, give me cabbage, give me eggs, give me bread, give me sugar, give me whatever. I'm giving them the list and putting in the quantities. As I'm putting in the quantities, they give feedback on the platform. They say, okay, you are buying one piece of cabbage. If you buy two, we will give you this much discount. If you buy three, we will give you this much discount, something like that. And don't stop there. They also start comparing the prices with the competition. A next column opens for cabbage. And it's on the same screen. It shows that if you would have bought one cabbage from Mega Mart, this is the cost there. If you bought it same amount from some other supermarket, 3-4 competition, yeah, and this is the price, and you are saving this much when you are shopping with Hilo. How hard it is, how hard it is. You just need people who are going to go to different shops, different grocery places, the main ones, 4, 5, 6, 3, and take the pricing of all the products. Is it something which is not possible? It's kind of impossible time. But look at the, if you can, if you are someone who can compete on the price, if you are willing to give good discount to the customer, every customer is going to go there. People are, at the end of the day, they are, many times they are cost, they want to minimize their cost, and they are showing you there on the system, live updated, something like that. Yes, okay. Lewis is saying they would not want to do it because they are more expensive for, based on the other supermarkets, and then there are other supermarkets which are more expensive than them, and then there are other supermarkets which are cheap. So maybe a, a supermarket which comes in the less expensive category, they can start this platform, and then they can compare prices with high low and so on, so forth. Yeah, it can be used in different ways, different techniques. Any company can use it. I'm giving you grocery example. Any company can do that. Transparency, it is called. You are transparent about the cost, which the consumer can know anyways, in anything like the gas price. I'm sure you are aware that gas price is different in different areas in Kingston. From different gas stations, it is different. So a gas station can do that, uh, make their pitch in that way, and then you can link other service components with these examples. But generally, if you I am not aware of any grocery place who is doing this, like comparing the prices. They are not doing it. But you go on any international website. For example, you can go to some car manufacturers. Like you go to some, like uh, uh, some good car manufacturer and international website, and you go on their website and you click your favorite model, and sometimes they will compare the prices and compare the metrics, the different features of their car with the competition car, and they would have like three other cars. Like you like some SUV, you go on their website, international website, you click the model you like, and you scroll down, and you will see that they are comparing. They are saying, okay, in the competition are these two cars, and they are comparing everything, like what are the features inside, outside, technology wise, gas consumption, warranties, all those things. They are just like that, they are doing it. You can look at those type of examples. um, Mastered the use of technology in serving individual customers back in 2001. So Amazon is from early days, this has been their strategy. Use of technology in serving individual customers, yeah, individual, uh, individual. Like you buy a book from Amazon, and they will recommend you what other books you might like. You might think that this is individual, but it is not individual. They have grouped a certain, uh, grouped the people who would buy that book which you are buying, and based on their record, they are telling you that you might also buy this book because the people who bought the book which you are buying, they bought these books which we are recommending, so you can look at them. So although from the face of it, it looks like they are serving individually, but read the book in detail and you will find out that that is not what individually targeting means. Individually targeting means individually targeting, like really understanding the needs and desires of one individual and then making the proposition from that. And it is very hard to do that unless you have some type of conversation with the consumer and take notes and then follow up on that and all of those things. The truth is that when it comes to customer oriented activities, the computer is an underutilized technology at most businesses. Um, I think we have made that point. Some definitions are there, you can look at them in your own time. Ultimately, of course, the central purpose of collecting customer information is to enable the development of closer, more profitable relationships with individual customers by creating consistently consistently better experience for each of them, consistently, again and again, simpler, faster, cheaper. Put these things in your offering, make it simple for the customer, come in quickly, come out quickly, pay quickly, find the product quickly, no problem, make it fast for them. And as you are making it simple and faster, make it more affordable, more and more and more affordable for them. Yeah. Some companies are also now able to identify callers in the first few seconds of a call through voice or speech recognition. I have already mentioned the facial recognition to you. They are going ahead. Voice, speech recognition. A customer calls, say hello, you identify the voice, it comes on your system, and you know that Chris has called. And before Chris knows, tells you that this is Chris, you say yes, hi Chris, how are you doing this morning? Last time you called, this was the problem. How is that problem going? So you take the conversation in your hand from there. What impact it is going to leave on Chris? Chris is going to get mind blown. He's going to say, what is happening here? Even if he is angry, his anger is going to come down because he feel emotionally connected now. He, like, yeah. Many examples are coming in my mind here, which I have seen many people who memorize names of other people and how it benefits them when they take the name and call that person. Not just in terms of service management, generally in life, the ability to memorize people's name is such a, like, it is some ability which is going to take you far. Like, you have met people even a year ago but you remember their name. Next time you meet them, you take their name and you talk to them. It's different type of relationship happens there. Yeah. Someone met you like a year ago and whatever, and then uh, um, and then they meet you again and they take your name. You say, oh, hi Kim, how are you doing? And now you are thinking, my God, I don't remember his name. I don't remember. I remember the face, but I don't remember the name. Yeah. So very interesting. Both practical experiences and a number of academic studies have shown that the vast majority of consumers are not at all reluctant to share their individual information when there is a clear value proposition for doing so and when they trust the company. So two things are there. One is clear value proposition, They are not just going to give away their email or something. They are going to give you when you are going to offer something. So for that, companies come with these type of cards, loyalty cards, and they are different type of names. And then the second is, after doing this, they need to trust you also. If they don't trust you, then again, they are not going to definitely share anything. Yeah. Cutting edge ID technologies such as beacons that identify through smartphones and biometrics that can identify with a fingerprint. So beacons was used earlier in our conversation. This is what it does. If someone is not familiar, they can read this section and enlighten themselves. Within the firm, boundaries between departments are breaking down as no department or area has all the information necessary to respond to customer request before the competition does. Yeah, right? This is a problem. So you need to think about this. Customers participate or collaborate in the design and delivery of their own products. If this happen, it is going to increase the customer service. It will increase the quality because the customer is involved in the design and delivery of their own products. How you would like it, how you would like it delivered, in which how often you would like it delivered in the context of grocery places and so on. But you can think about any. It is just by chance I started talking about grocery. I did not even plan to talk about this. I had other examples which I wanted to talk about, but no problem. I will bring them in the next time whenever I get going forward in the book. The first task to accomplish in building relationships with a customer is to recognize each one at every point of contact. Every point of contact. Every time the customer comes to your grocery place. In other words, across all products purchased or locations contacted through every communication channel over time, and link the information so that one view of each customer is established. One view, no matter which communication channel they are coming from email, from phone, whatever, doesn't matter. And keep in mind that interesting thing about voice recognition, how interesting that is. Doing this requires knowing the identity of each customer at every contact point in the organization. And that was this chapter about identifying customers. And it looks very easy, very simple, and I've said whatever I wanted to say about high low and all of that, and the toy example I gave you, uh, and the other examples which are in the book. Very easy to say that they should have done better in identifying customers, but I would like to close this with the concept that it's very easy to say that identify customers, but it takes time, effort, energy, a lot of interest, a lot of resources to really identify customer needs, especially in the context where many times customers themselves also don't know what they really need. Yeah, think about all these things, please.